There is something Nigerians are doing which they don't understand. Is this? They are trying to praise Donald Trump that is carried out by bombing bandit territory in Nigeria. But I'll still tell you that there is a brain behind what is happening. But no Nigerian is aware of the brain. Yes, I will tell you for free that, see, there is no any other country military or other country have the right to strike into a territory without the approval of your own armed force and the government. Let me tell you the brain behind what is going on in Nigeria. See the chief of army staff and the chief of defense staff. The chief of defense staff first and the chief of army staff. They are the brain behind the sources that is going on. Let me tell you one thing you don't know. In the military, they have what they call intelligence. You see those things? They do it underground without the knowledge of even the personnel themselves. It's only the senior officers who have the right to command that know how to do this thing. The reason is this. You see the chief of defense staff, Musa. There are a lot of forces in Nigeria and the armed force that is trying to make his work miserable for him and miserable for the citizen, miserable for the government. Yes, they will not. Have you ever heard about somebody that is chief of staff or chief of army staff or chief of defense staff that live longer in the office of the Nigerian military? You hardly. If you see somebody that is good, definitely the person days would be numbered in the service. That is one thing you should know. But what I am seeing here in the work of Mustafa and the chief of army staff is this. They are so intelligent that even what they are doing, they need to use the US craft, use the US Air Force to cover their work. You see now, you are not going to understand my statement. Yes, you are not going to understand. Let me break it down for you. You see, but see what US military they do when they press them. The sources behind those things. Now, Mustafa, which is the chief of defense staff, and the chief of army staff, but nobody is talking about them. And I love it to work that way. The reason is this: if the Nigerian military themselves they know that this man is trying by all means to close everywhere that used to give them money, they will not have any option than to eliminate Musa and the chief of army staff. You might not understand what I am saying, but I'll tell you that the corruption in the military is more powerful than the democracy that you guys don't know. Do you know that most of those places being affected by bandits and all of that, there are a lot of huge money being allocated to such places? That even the military, the commandant in those bases, they are not praying for such thing to even stop. Because they are not the one facing the bandit, it is junior officers facing the bandit. So they don't care whether these junior officers lost their life or they lose their life. They don't care. As far as the government or the headquarters is giving them money, they are okay. If they tell you how evil we can be in Africa, sometimes you need not to have friends. Some people in Nigeria, they can use your community to gain their personal interest, whereby they can plan something in your community to buy a lot of people in order for them to get money that is even not up to 1 billion naira. Don't you know? Only that is not even up to 100 million naira. Don't you know? Do you think that the kind of heart you have is the same kind of heart somebody else is having or conscience is having? Come on. I will tell Nigerians the brain behind this success of terrorizing the bandit territory is Musa, the chief of defense staff and the chief of army staff. Yes, because there is no way US military will be striking the country trying to create good success by eliminating bandit without the help of these two people. There is no way. Musa know how to play the card more than any other people. You should know. Musa doesn't want to go straight by trying to make the success be all for himself. He doesn't want to do it like that. That is a very good example of a good leadership. You don't need to tell the people that you are working. You need to hide under something for everybody to be praised, not only you. Now, like nobody is praising him because it's not doing it direct for you to understand. See, there are a lot of activities which terrorists carry out in Owo, which is Ondo State yesterday. Nobody is talking about it. They entered Ondo State yesterday. They still carry out atrocity that same day. Are you guys telling me that there are no senior personnel there in Ondo State? There are no army or air force or navy. They are not in Ondo State. Immediately they hear this news, are they not supposed to act quickly to it? And the same bandit, they still carry out the same activities. That is why I'm telling you that there are a lot of senior officers in connection with this thing based on small money being given to them. Whenever the orgas here see something is going on, there are a lot of money. They might even lie that there is no bullet again. Yes, there is no bullet. They have to send money for bullet. And they might add that their gun has been snatched. They buy a lot of people. Yes. See, make I no talk wetin I no suppose talk. All you should know is this. You have to praise Chief of Defense Staff, and you have to praise the Chief of the Chief of Army Staff. You understand?